Chapter 2. Flynn. I couldn't believe Chelsea was here today and she didn't call ahead. I mentally cursed as I went back to the kitchen to start preparing her food. She was the biggest food blogger in the area, and a positive review from her would ensure my business would be secure, at least for a little while. No more borrowing money from Tony. Tony was one of the most powerful men in the country, who happened to work mainly on the wrong side of the law. He was terrifying, though he had always been pleasant to me. Luckily, he was a major foodie. We worked out a deal. He would fund my restaurant as long as he got to eat free here whenever he wanted. It worked out, and we were even, almost, friends. But if I could run my business without his help, I would sleep easier at night. Getting on Chelsea's good side would start with that.
Hey Flynn, I heard there's a VIP here, is that true?
Martha, my sous chef, looked up from her work as I came into the kitchen. Yeah, I said. Have you ever heard of Cooking with Chelsea?
I've seen a couple of her videos.
Well, she's here. I'm making her food. Martha whistled. Good luck. Thanks. I'll need it. As I started to cook, I felt myself relax. When I started to cook, any other thoughts in my head went away, and all I had to do was focus on mixing the ingredients. It let me get in the zone so I didn't have to worry about anything else, not even who I was cooking for. When I finished making her entree, I brought it out myself. Chelsea was sipping her water, looking out the window. A slight smile was on her face, which was a nice change of pace from the frown I saw before. Watching Chelsea's videos was a guilty pleasure of mine. Not just because it was fun watching how other chefs created their dishes, but because Chelsea was absolutely adorable. She would bite her lip while she cooked, with her hair pulled back into a sloppy, messy bun, and then she would grin at the camera as if she was having the most fun in the world, even while her frilly pink apron got splattered with cooking grease, or dough, or whatever else she was cooking with. Tonight, she was dressed in a black cocktail dress and heels. Even though her outfit looked more sophisticated, she seemed shyer than she was in her videos. She was out of her element here, I could tell. I set the chicken down in front of her. Here you are, I said. I hope everything is to your liking. She smiled back at me. It's perfect, she said.
Thank you.
I nodded and left her to her meal. Part of me wanted to hang back and watch her reaction to see if she liked the food or not. I felt like a culinary student waiting to impress the teacher all over again. But I wanted Chelsea to enjoy my food, just because I liked her videos. Not because I found her attractive. But who was I kidding? I was very attracted to her. I made myself go back to the kitchen. I couldn't just hang around waiting for her. I had to continue with the dinner rush as usual. After the dinner rush was over, I finally paused to take a breath. It was late, and I'd been on my feet all day. The adrenaline from cooking was only just starting to crash. Evan, my maitre d', came by. Hey, there's a problem with Chelsea, he said. Shit. What is it? She said you waived her bill. Yeah, of course I did. Well, she wants to talk to you. I inwardly groaned. The last thing I needed was to piss Chelsea off. Okay, I'll take care of it now. I went outside to see Chelsea at her table. She was fidgeting nervously. Is everything all right? I asked.
Yeah, the server told me you waived the bill, but I would like to pay.
It's our policy to waive the bill for food critics, but if you really want to pay, you can. She rubbed the back of her neck, looking nervous. I'm not really a food critic, though. I just make online videos. I raised an eyebrow. She was one of the biggest food celebrities in the area, and she thought she wasn't that important? Honestly, you're one of my favorite reviewers and chefs to watch online, I said. It was genuinely a pleasure cooking for you. She bit her lip. It was? I nodded. Absolutely. I hope you didn't hate the food. Maybe that's why she felt so nervous about the entire thing. She was planning to give me a negative review. She shook her head quickly. No, absolutely not. It was delicious. She smiled. Thank you, she said. It was fantastic. She blushed and looked down.